Welcome back, my soul tribe. I hope all of you are doing great. And before I start, I want to thank each one of you for the responses I'm receiving from all of you. It's so moving for my heart, it's so warming. So, thank you so much. I read your comments, I read your stories, and many of you are sharing things that you may have never spoken about before. And I want you to know something very clearly. I see you, I love you, I care for you. And this platform is not just a YouTube channel for me. For me, this space is a way of putting my voice, my healing, my light, and my work into the world so that the people who truly belong to my tribe can find me. Because the truth is something very simple, the right people always find each other. And if you found this video, if something inside you feels connected to these conversations, there's a possibility that your search for something deeper in life brought you here. Many people spend years searching for peace, for answers. People are searching for something which can bring them inner stability, inner freedom. People are searching for a place where they finally feel understood. And sometimes that search begins to end the moment a person realizes I'm not the only one who feels this way. And that is why you need a soul tribe. So, if you are new here, please subscribe to my channel. This space is for people who want something deeper than just surviving life. People who want to live with inner peace, inner freedom, and connecting with themselves, knowing who they truly are while growing in life, career, and purpose. And that brings me to what I want to talk about today. Today, we are beginning a new series called Emotional Weight because many people are walking through life carrying emotional burdens they don't even realize they are carrying. And the first emotional weight I want to talk about is something extremely common, the emotional weight of being the responsible child. In our normal Indian families, children learn something very early, not through words but through experience. They learn that love often comes with expectations to behave well, expectations to study well, expectations to not disappoint the family. And for many children, they learn through sacrifices, especially the eldest child or the emotionally sensitive child. Something subtle begins to happen to them. They start becoming responsible very early in life, responsible for their behavior, for their achievements, sometimes even responsible for their parents' emotions, sometimes for their younger siblings, for their elder siblings. So they become responsible for almost everything in the family. They start noticing things very quickly. When their parents are stressed, when there's tension in the house, when someone is disappointed, and slowly, without realizing it, they start adjusting themselves. They'll do everything to make it right. These are the children they become who does not want to create problems. The child who tries to understand everyone and their needs. The child who silently tells themselves, let me just handle this. On the outside, this child looks mature, responsible, dependable. But inside, something very different is happening. Inside, that child is slowly learning to become responsible for everyone else and their needs. but not responsible for their own happiness, not responsible for their own peace. Their emotions slowly move to the background. Other people's expectations become the priority to them. And over time, this becomes a silent role that follows them into adulthood. Now, if you are an adult today, you may be a man or a woman. And if this is your story, stay with me till the end. If you are the responsible child, certain patterns may feel very familiar to you today. You may worry deeply about disappointing people. You may overthink decisions because you want to make the right choices for everyone. You may feel responsible for keeping peace in relationships, keeping peace in the family. You may struggle to say no, even when something drains you. You may be the one everyone depends on. But when you are struggling, you quietly handle it all alone. And sometimes there's a deep exhaustion inside, which is not always visible to others, but very real inside your body. Because when a person spends years suppressing their emotions and carrying responsibility for everyone else, something deeper begins to happen. Those emotional patterns do not simply disappear, they slowly move into the body, move into the nervous system, they become the part of your cellular system. They eventually become energetic weight that the body continues to carry. And over time, that energetic weight becomes something even deeper. It becomes your subconscious programming. The mind begins to run invisible beliefs like, I must not disappoint anyone else around me. I cannot upset people around me. My worth comes from how much I give, how much I sacrifice. I should handle everything by myself. And many people who carry such pattern eventually reach a point in life where they start wondering something painful. They look at their life and ask, I have been a good person all my life. I've always done the right thing for everyone. I've always supported everyone. Then why am I still suffering? Why does life still feel heavy? Why do relationships still feel exhausting? Why does peace feel so far away? And this question breaks many, many hearts because people believe something is wrong with them. But the truth is something very different. When emotional weight remains suppressed for many years, it begins to affect every layer of life. This suppressed energetic weight or emotional weight, it becomes the personality for so many people. Then further it can begin to show up in the body as fatigue, anxiety, tightness in the chest, headaches, migraines, sleep disturbances can also lead to, you know, mental stress, chronic stress. It can show up in life as blocks in many ways, like career blocks, wealth blocks, opportunities that almost happen but somehow slip away because the subconscious mind continues to operate from the same emotional energetic patterns that were created years ago. Patterns of pressure, patterns of responsibility, patterns of suppression, and the patterns of sacrifices, and the body continues carrying all of that weight silently. So, I want to ask you something honestly. Like, be honest with yourself. Close your eyes and just go deep within yourself. Like, maybe take a deep breath and go a little deeper in your heart. Were you the child who tried very hard not to disappoint your parents? Were you the one who tried to keep peace in the family? Were you the one who became mature earlier than everyone else? If that was your experience, then what you have been carrying is something very real. Emotional responsibility that began in childhood. And when something begins that early, we often believe that is simply who we are. As I said, it becomes your personality, but the truth is, it is something we learned. And the moment we understand that something is learned, it also means it can be released, it can be unlearned. You do not have to measure your worth through other people's expectations. You don't have to carry everyone else's responsibility. You don't have to be responsible for others' emotional stability. You are allowed to choose your own peace, your own happiness. And sometimes healing begins with something very, very simple, just recognizing the weight you have been carrying. Because the moment something becomes visible, it begins to lose its grip. If this resonates with you, do something with me for a moment. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, place both your hands on your heart, and take a deep, slow breath and just acknowledge something silently. I have been carrying a lot, and now it is safe for me to put all of the weight down. It is safe for me to release all the responsibilities, all the silent weights I have been carrying, and show some love to yourself and say to yourself, thank you, I love you. It is safe for me to breathe freely. It is possible for me to live my own life freely without carrying anybody else's responsibility. And you can slowly open your eyes. So sometimes healing begins with something this simple. And this activity you can do anytime for yourself. In my work as a healer, I have seen thousands of people carrying emotional weight that started many years ago. And when that emotional weight remains unresolved, it becomes energetic weight inside the body and the subconscious mind. That is actually one of the reasons I created Atomic Weight Release Program, which we also call DNA Detox, because healing is not only about understanding patterns, it is about releasing the emotional and energetic layers that have been sitting inside the system for years. When those layers begins to release, something remarkable happens. People experience more clarity, more freedom, more emotional stability, more alignment in life, more joy and happiness in life, because the weight they have been carrying begins to dissolve. I hope this episode helps you. In the next episode of this emotional weight series, we are going to talk about something that many people carry silently, the emotional weight of unspoken pain, the things we felt but never expressed, the moment we needed support but we stayed silent, and how those emotions continue to live inside us long after the moment has passed. If today's video resonated with you, write I was the responsible child in the comments. You will be surprised how many people share their story. And if you know someone who has always carried a lot for others, share this video with them. Sometimes the greatest relief a person can experience is realizing they are not alone in this journey. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for being with me. Thank you so much for choosing